Welcome to the Nintendo Show, episode 58. I'm your co-host, Devin Moon, and with me, as always, Trevor Payne. Trev, how the heck are you?
Dude, so good. Moon to Pain, let's do this. I'm stoked to be here, dude. Like always. I know I always say this, but I sure love hanging out with you talking about them video games. You know what I mean?
Dude, this is the best moment of every other week. I love it. I love it. I love it. Video games, Nintendo specifically. Let's get into it. Everyone, thanks for joining us. This week, we're going to be talking about the latest Nintendo E3 rumors and which ones we think are fact or fiction. And if true, what we would like to see from them, plus our thoughts on Pokemon Snap. And when I say I mean Trev's. Trev's
Arr. It was a pirate joke. Yes. Devin, it was supposed to be the pirates are thinking about it.
That's right.
Our thoughts.
Not a person that doesn't know how to speak.
Exactly.
The other people that don't know how to speak, pirates. Remember, listener, if you want to be part of the show, visit our website at nintendoshow.com, where you can send in your questions, comments, concerns to be implemented into this very show. Trev, are you ready to enter the mysterious world we call Mr. Miyamoto's Magical News?
Woohoo!
Number 1. With E3 only a month away, rumors are flying far and wide about what we can expect to see from Nintendo. So let's comb through these, Trev. Let's see which one we believe to be true or not true, and what we would like to see from said game. The first rumor, Trev, is that there is a new amazing, and I emphasize amazing, Kirby game, because there has been several comments from these developers over at HAL Laboratories for the last couple of years that they really want to make a great Kirby game, which is a funny thing to say. Don't you think? It's a funny thing to say that the other ones were kind of bad, but this one, we really want to make one really good Kirby game, and this is going to be the one.
I don't think they're giving themselves enough credit, Dev.
I don't think so either.
I think that there's more hits than misses when it comes to Kirby games. Besides the weird little spin-off things.
Yeah.
I have truly enjoyed the Planet Robobot or whatever on the 3DS was so good. It was easy. Yeah, but there was parts that were fun. You could challenge yourself, but it was so much fun. And so many Kirby games, what was it? Kirby's Epic Yarn or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Dude, there's so many cool ones. So yes, I want another amazing one. It's just funny that they have to spell it out, because it's I think you guys are all right.
Yeah,
I think you got this.
You got this. Don't hate yourself too badly. Don't be too harsh.
Man, maybe people are sending them some nasty tweets and stuff.
Could be. They're being real rough to these guys, apparently.
Poor guys and gals.
But amazing Kirby game. To me, I'm what could they do to make Kirby amazing? Because like you said, they do make good, I would say sometimes even great Kirby games. I don't think we've seen one on the Switch. I think was it All Stars or something like that? Some kind of, with all the 4 Kirbys. I don't know. I think it was All Stars. That one was okay. That was an okay Kirby game. And maybe that's what they're referring to, that they just felt like they didn't knock it out of the park with that one. I would like to see a difficulty spike in Kirby. I would like to see some challenge in Kirby. What do you think? A little bit of Kirby challenge?
100% with you. I feel like there's some opportunity for some challenge. I think Mario does a really good job, the Mario games, of having it accessible for even kids could pick it up, or first time players. Yeah. But then there's moments that really push you, or additional things of oh, you got to get all the coins or all the stars that really push you a little bit further. But yeah, I would like a game that's a little bit harder from them, because I think they got the chops to do it, dude. And I would like to see something that's at least, I don't know, upped a difficulty level or 2.
Yeah, it doesn't need to be so challenging. I'm not saying crazy crap.
You're Dark Souls.
Yeah, we don't need to be Celeste over here. But I would like to, but that would be cool. Kirby and Dark Souls.
I'm actually okay with that now.
All right.
You just have what's his name? The Knight guy. The Knight one. Yes. What's his name? Knight Curb.
Yep, Night Kirby.
Oh my gosh, we are the worst podcast ever.
Listen,
I'm not even going to look it up.
Forever.
You know what? We're moving on.
Yeah, we're moving on.
Yeah, we're moving on.
That guy. Anyways, that would be cool. use him in there. But I do think
Shadow Ball.
Shadow
I'm
Ball.
just kidding. That's not it.
Big fan of Shadow Ball and
Yeah.
all the hard work he does on Kirby
Oh
games.
yeah. Totally.
His nemesis, Shadow Ball. Uh,
Oh my gosh.
dude, I do think there could be just a little bit of an up, just a
Meta
couple
Knight.
levels. Meta Knight, son of a bitch.
Got it.
Okay.
Nailed it. First try.
We're gonna have to edit a lot of that out. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Just wash it out. Just wash it out. Clean it up. So, dude, I do think that could be a thing that I would love to see from Kirby. I think Kirby does all right with art style, but there's something I want to say. This is what I gotta say
Go for
about
it.
Nintendo games.
Preach.
I'm not a big fan of the 2D art style from Nintendo, from all of their games. I think 2D nowadays with Mario isn't very good. I don't think Donkey Kong was very
Yeah, like
interesting
modern
either.
Mario.
Yeah,
like,
modern.
like
Yeah,
over
modern.
the last like 15 years or so,
yeah,
or whatever.
for
right?
a while, ever since
Yeah.
like the Wii, I would say I'm not highly impressed with the 2D outing as far as the visual impact to me. I just like Metroid, Donkey Kong, Kirby, all of those aren't like blowing my mind. I would say there's an occasion where, especially, it's usually crafting that
I was gonna say you get the
Yoshi crafts,
Epic Yarn
yeah,
Yoshi
Epic Yarn, yeah, things like
Yoshi
that
crafted.
are cool. They look good. They look awesome.
Yeah.
But it's definitely like, I don't know, like how much crafting can we do? So for me, I would also like to see a visual upgrade. And this goes for a lot of these rumors that we're going to talk about, because there's a couple 2D things going on here as far as like Kirby, Metroid, and Donkey Kong. I would like to see a complete redo of the visualization of these characters, like and in this 2D space. I would just like to see something new there. I don't know. I'm getting bored.
Dude.
Getting bored with it.
I'm with you. It seems like, especially with like the new Super Mario Brothers style, like it feels so generic and so safe.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't know, like it just seems like lifeless in a way where it's like, okay, they're trying too hard and yet not trying hard enough. And it's this weird middle ground where it just feels like very sterile almost. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I would love for them to get really creative with this. And again, they don't have to pick a craft, like just do something different, like do something cool and neat. They've already done the yarn or the whatever, where you draw the little rainbow things that Kirby follows or whatever.
Yeah.
I want to see something very cool. I would like to see something even cool and cell shaded almost, and very like
too.
saturated colors. I think would look really cool. But also, I would be cool if they want to mix it up and maybe not do a 2D Kirby. Like try to branch it out, do something different.
Even running into the 3D space would be cool. I am even like imagining like Powerpuff Girls, like that kind of like really impactful, like kind of anime whatever, like punchy it like that. You could do something like, I just feel like you just need to be creative with it. Just a different look. I just want a different look from Kirby. Also, what's mess with that boy's powers? Like he sucks up stuff and he becomes that thing. Let's do something with that. Like it's a cool thing. That's a cool ability. Like I know they do that a little bit. I would like to really see them lean into that. Have a whole bunch of different enemies that kind of like you suck up that enemy in this world, and at that like it really applies to this level in some grand way. Like I know they do a lot of messing around with Kirby with like, hey, they were going to do co-op with 4 people, or we're going to do some string rope and he follows it around, or he's a ping pong ball or some shiz. Why don't we just use his powers again? Let's get back into the little sucking train and do something fun with that. I don't know.
Oh, that good old sucking train.
Good old sucking train.
Man.
Hey, there's nothing sexual about this, okay?
I didn't say nothing. You're the one that said sucking train. I'm dying. Oh, I love it. Okay.
That's
the title of this episode.
Kirby,
the good old sucking train.
Kirby sucking train, fully loaded.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
Dude. So if this happened at E3, could you see it coming? Is this a possibility? It has been. So usually Kirby is a yearly kind of thing. It's been a couple years, so that's what they're doing to make it amazing. I guess they need a couple more years on this. Do we expect, or do you think we could see this at E3? Is this a yay or a nay?
I think it's possible. Absolutely. I think it's if we were doing Mythbusters,
Yeah.
plausible or whatever. I
Yeah.
totally. I think this is an option, man. Like I think there's always a Kirby game waiting around the corner. I swear. Like there's always one just in the wing, just right there, ready to go. And there's, it's gonna come,
Oh
and
yeah.
it's been a bit. So I think we will see it. I think that would be pretty darn cool too.
Yeah. And if they did the things we just said, I would be actually more than excited to play it. Usually when Kirby comes around, I'm
Absolutely.
kind of like cute. And that's about it.
Yeah.
And I don't ever really touch it more than that. Play the demo, go like, yeah, that was fun, and that's about it.
Sure.
The next one. This is an interesting one, Trev. Donkey Kong Country. Well, not even okay. It's not even Donkey Kong Country anymore, because this is what's happening. Apparently, this is the rumor. It's going to be a Donkey Kong game only. No country's out. Donkey Kong Country's out.
By country.
And he's
Donkey Kong Rock?
Yeah,
Donkey Kong Metal.
Yes, Donkey Kong Metal Rock, dude. Trev, you joke,
I know.
but it would be cool.
But
it would be cool. It would be cool.
A punk rock Donkey Kong. Anyways,
punk
move on.
rock.
I'm so
Anyways,
sorry. Sidetrack.
No, you joke, but it would be cool if they just went through genres of music. That'd be sick. But Donkey Kong is coming back to Nintendo. It was with Retro for a little bit. Now it's going back to the main Nintendo house, and the Mario Odyssey team is rumored to be on this. The big guys, the big puppies.
Okay.
The other rumor is, and this is an iffy one, because some people are saying 2D, some people are just saying we don't know, and others are saying it's a 3D. And that was the big one, is that it's a 3D Donkey Kong game made by the Mario Odyssey team, and that this would be showed at E3 this year. How does that wet your whistle? Your whistle wet? Are you feeling good about that?
My whistle is wet in the train. Let's do this. I think, dude, I don't know how I feel about Donkey Kong. Like, and maybe this is going to be controversy. Like,
Hit me
I
up,
love
bro.
Donkey Kong.
Let's do this.
I love Donkey Kong Country. I genuinely do. It is some of the best platforming, incredible. Donkey Kong 64. Again, like, me, I struggle with like going back and playing those like Banjo-Kazooie-esque type games, and Donkey Kong 64 is one of those, and I don't know if I want to play that. Like, so like I feel like they would have to mix it up as opposed to just being this weird collectathon. I don't want that. I don't want just like a weird collectathon. Make it like an action adventure game or something to that extent, something different. I just don't want to be like, okay, collect all the Kong pieces, collect all the bananas. That does not sound fun to me in 2021.
So
what are your thoughts?
You want Star Fox Adventures over
Yeah. Oh man, you said it. I didn't say that. No way. Hey. But like I would like something more like I don't want to just be like running around these levels collecting things. Like I want there to be like some story. I want there to be like some I don't know. That just doesn't sound fun to me. Maybe that's just where my mind is as an adult playing these games. I just don't want to go back and do that again.
I could see that. Yeah, I could see that. And you saying that really does make me worry, because Odyssey was very collectathon-y. Like,
and I burnt
there was
out
900 stars, like 900 moons, dude. It was a shitload of collecting, and sometimes
it was a lot. Yeah,
and you were just like, oh, I turned over a rock and I got it. Yay!
Yeah, I was running and I just accidentally jumped and like butt stomped, and then a moon pops out, and I'm like, oh my gosh! I'm like, they're everywhere. Like, why? Why are there so many? But the thing is, like, I don't know if it's something different with like Mario. Like, I don't get as upset about it with Mario. And maybe that's just because like that's what I go in expecting. But I know that like, hey, Donkey Kong for me is always Donkey Kong Country. Is the first thing I think of as this incredible platformer that does have collecting, but the platforming is what's super fun. So I would love, seriously, like make it. I don't even know what it is. I guess I'm not a game developer, dude. I don't know. I don't know what they could do. I just don't want to be doing the Donkey Kong 64. I've tried going back to that, and I do not like it.
And listen, dude, I love Donkey Kong Country, but man, that doesn't excite me. Like, it just doesn't excite me. And I love, like, I dig Tropical Freeze, but I just it's not like E3. I'm gonna be like, oh hell yeah, Donkey Kong Country's back. Like,
like if they were even.
Sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh,
You.
no, you're good. But like, if they were even to do another Donkey Kong Country, would you want that right now?
No, I don't. And I don't know why. I don't know if it's because I played Tropical Freeze just barely again and I'm just burnt out on it or what. I don't know. There's something about I'm done with the ape. I'm just not feeling this monkey boy right now. I'm just done with this monkey. Like Donkey Kong is fine.
Just put him on freeze for a bit.
Just put him on freeze a little bit. Well, I guess what pisses me off is probably because I'm thinking, what the frick is Retro been doing? and
Yeah.
so and so in my head, when I hear Donkey Kong is coming, and I know it's not from the Retro team, it just makes me mad anyways because I'm like, it's been years. We haven't had a single thing from this company. What is
It
Retro
has.
doing?
Well,
And like,
aren't they working on
yeah, they're doing Metroid Prime 4
Metroid?
now.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're doing it now.
So they
But
are
dude,
working
what have
on
they been
that, but
doing
it's like,
for
what
6
were they
years?
doing for those years before? Yeah, no, I agree.
And so when I hear it, it just kind of makes me like, oh, I want Metroid Prime. It just makes me think of other things. And I think that's what it is. My
Yeah.
brain goes to be like, oh, Retro. And then I think, oh, Metroid Prime. Oh, I would like that now. It just goes somewhere else. And that's not the monkey's fault. That's not the That's not the, yay, it's not your fault, Donkey Kong. My thing is, why are you getting rid of country? So this must be like they must be so confident in this new thing, whatever it may be,
Sure.
that they're like, yo, it's Donkey Kong, man. We're dropping that country. Screw those guys.
Yeah.
They made crap games. We're going to show you the real deal.
I don't know if they're saying that, but I do think that like even if this was like your Mario Odyssey but Donkey Kong, it'll sell well. There will be a fan base out there that'll be super stoked about it, and it'll excite people.
Yeah.
I just won't be one of them until I actually see it. And if I see it and it looks like the gameplay is fun, like if the gameplay is fun and it's not just this real basic like combat, and I want like fun platforming because that's what Donkey Kong's about, So I guess I have to see with my eyes to believe. You know what I mean?
Yep. And again, this goes to visual aesthetic, but also like Hollywood blockbuster entertainment. If I'm going to get a 2D version of this game and I'm paying $60 for these 2D games, I want like big budget, set piece, awesome things happening in these games. Not like, I want a little bit of Uncharted here and there, like a little bit of sprinkling of something like really cool that your mouth is wide open. You're like, holy crap, dude. This is the power of Nintendo, man. Like, I need something like that. Bro,
whoa, man.
Weed, man. Drugs,
why do they
dude.
talk like that?
I don't know. They do, though.
That's cool.
So,
I respect it.
listen,
I respect it.
That's what I want. I want a little bit of Hollywood pizzazz, a little slap of happy dappy.
Okay,
I need a little something more. Okay. From this Donkey Kong game, I need a little something more, better art style, better. Like, I just want to see something more, especially from the Odyssey team. They made like, yes, I do not like the collectathon aspect, but their platforming was really good. As far as like the way Mario controlled,
felt solid.
Yeah,
yes.
The way Mario controlled was like 10 out of 10. I wasn't a fan of the platforming because there wasn't any really, but except for the last level, which was intense. But other than that, whatever. So yeah,
sure.
man. Will this happen? What do you think? Yes? No?
I'm gonna say I'm more doubtful on this.
Me too.
This just doesn't seem. I feel like there's other things that they're gonna present before this, but it would be cool for those that are Donkey Kong fans. But I really don't think that this is gonna happen this year. Predictions.
Seems weird.
I'll be wrong, so it will be here.
Yeah, probably. Seems weird in a Zelda year, which is, you know what I mean? Seems weird in a Zelda and Metroid year to just throw Donkey Kong in there. Also with Kirby. Both cannot live together.
Honestly, like Kirby, I think would also. Well, all four of those big hitters.
Yeah, they can't.
Like, I really think that like a Zelda and a Metroid game, and they're set for this year. Maybe they'll announce some of these other ones. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm even thinking about it getting a little bit more iffy on Kirby potentially, unless it's more of like a scaled back.
Yeah.
Kirby game, but they're saying amazing, so who knows? I don't know.
I mean, that might be the November game. That might be it.
Sure.
So who knows? Yeah, so I don't know about Donkey Kong. I'm feeling you on that one. What's weird? 2D Metroid game. This has been talked about to death by
Yes.
us as well.
Give it to me.
Give it to us. Just give it to us. And I think all the same applies for all of these games. Visual improvements.
Yes.
There has been several Metroid games now. There has been thousands made by indie developers that have done it better than you. No offense. Like Metroid games
Yes.
are really good, but you're not the top dog anymore. Other guys have come and done it better than you. Is it sacrilegious to say
Yeah.
that? Absolutely. But it's true.
No.
You
Well,
know?
I don't even know. I don't think so. Like, because, like, for instance, Axiom Verge is such a cool looking Metroid style game. Like, it is straight up just riffing off of Metroid, and I feel like there's so many moments it does it better. And not saying they have to go back to the sprite 2D, pixelated look.
Yeah.
But the thing is like their most recent 2D Metro game, or Metroid game that came out on the 3DS, Samus Returns. I mean, it looked nice, but again, it was like this, like trying to be 3D looking and like modern, but it just didn't do it well. Like, I didn't love the art style. The gameplay was awesome, but the art style still, there was something there. It was like, it was almost like playing it too safe. Like, get creative, Nintendo. Like, this, you guys are the creative ones. Put together something unique and cool. Like, the Metroid games on the GBA are some of the coolest looking games, in my opinion, like ever. They just look so neat and cool. And I feel like they need to either harken back to that or like just redraw it a little bit, like reinvent the wheel. I'm tired of just this safe art styles that they keep going with.
No.
And like you said earlier, this is something that's going to come up multiple times, which I feel like we're being a little negative. But
well, it's not. I don't know. It's just it's those. Like, I love these games. I think they're well made. Obviously, Super Metroid, one of the best games ever made. But I truly do think it has been outdone now, and it's been outdone by more than a couple games now. Just because they haven't been in the game for a while. They've stepped out for a long period of time, and during that time, indie developers are. They feel like they're more willing to take risks, especially artistically, than Nintendo, who is like, we can't do this to our precious baby girl. We can't change the way she looks. She is this. We have to keep her this way. I just feel like, stop being so tender about your freaking properties and do something. Like, do something outside of the box. It's time to do it, and do it now. Do I think we'll see this? Yes. We should. Yeah, we should.
Yep.
If they don't,
like, especially
awful.
Yeah, that's like doing Metroid dirty, Like, this is a huge year, celebration wise, or it should be, for Metroid, and just like Zelda. And I hope that they give it that franchise some love that it deserves, because they are so. I know it doesn't sell as well, but there are some die-hard fans, and not to mention just the genre of gameplay that this franchise has like built.
Yes,
there's so many great Metroid style games that I feel like Nintendo needs to get back at it.
Yep, it's time for you guys to return like glorious. And I don't want a remake. It's time for a new one. It's time for a solid new 2D Metroid game with a great story. Like, it's time for some, and it has to be, again, blockbuster. Like, show me some really cool set pieces. Like, this game is especially, you could do some really cool things like that would blow your mind into 2D space, with like cool set pieces and stuff, especially in space and all that. I think it would really be cool. So I don't know. Mario Kart 9. Now, this is just stupid in my opinion, but Mario Kart 9, do you think it's possible we will see this at E3? I mean, there's not much. What would we even do to improve upon Mario Kart 8? I don't know.
Well, no, and I know this has been talked about on other podcasts, but I shared the same thought, is that this is a really cool. I don't know. I feel like there's a opportunity here, because right now the current, what is it, 8 Ultimate or whatever the
8
crap
Deluxe
it is,
or whatever.
Deluxe, there it is. Yeah, and it's awesome. It really is a really fantastic racing game. And the DLC, I think, kind of hints at maybe the potential future that make this Nintendo Kart, not
Yep.
Mario Kart. Like,
Yep.
make it Nintendo Kart, bring in your Smash Brothers style stuff. You're revealing characters, there's this hype, this excitement, and then it's like, okay, here's your driver pass, and then everybody's like wondering, oh, who's it gonna be? And then you find out it's Marth, and it's
Yep.
like 40 Fire Emblem characters. And but like, I think
Each
that
cart
would be
has
so
blades
cool.
on it.
Yeah.
Each one
Yeah,
has
it's only
swords.
swords.
Yeah, just swords only.
But like, I really would love to see more of Nintendo's properties, as well as even third party stuff, and them really just bringing people into their wheelhouse there, because they do it so well. I think that would add some cool variety, add some variety to the levels, and some excitement for people to be like, oh, I want to race with my character, and they could have tons of characters.
Dude. And that's the dream, man. And they should
But it's
ditch it.
yeah.
They should
Well,
ditch Mario Kart and go for a Nintendo Kart. That would be
where else are they
awesome.
gonna go?
There's nowhere to go. Like, you've already, like we said, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is probably the best, at least it is the best kart racer ever made.
Oh yeah.
And I honestly don't know what you do. Like, all you could do is another gimmick. And it's only so far you can do. You already have the dumb hover thing, which doesn't do much while you go upside down. And you got the flying, you got the underwater. Like, there's not much more you can do. So it's like, I think they were hinting at it. And that was like 6 years. No, it was longer than that. Forever ago, that you were hinting at this idea with this DLC that, yes, Link is coming in and other characters that are from the Nintendo verse, Animal Crossing and so forth. So I think it is highly possible that we get that, and that would be awesome. Do we get an E3? I don't think so. Just because we got a Mario Kart game last year. And yes, I know no one cared about it, the home circuit, but that team, that's what they worked on. That's what they decided to go for. And maybe that was the new idea that they were like, yeah, dude, this is it. This is our new idea. We're going to do a real kart in your, in your apartment or your house or whatever. And that's the new thing. But yeah, I don't think we're going to see it this coming year. I think that's next year. I think that's a next year game.
I think, well, whenever they release it, it'll sell like crazy. Mario Kart 8 is still selling like crazy. I could see, like, even if anything, that maybe they announce it and be like, coming 2022 or whatever. But there's really even no need for that. There's no need. Like, just hold on to it, and then announce it when you're getting closer to launch. And I'm feeling that would be a next year game earliest.
Dude, yeah. And if it was Nintendo Kart, I would just freak a leak. That'd be exciting.
Yes.
That'd be so exciting.
It'd be so cool. I would love it.
So cool. Yeah. That's awesome.
And it's hoverboards.
It's hoverboards.
It's only hoverboards. Purely Back to the Future hoverboards.
Yep. That's it. Just blades.
And you can do cool tricks.
And hoverboards.
Actually, I want this game. I want it to be like a jet set radio.
Yes.
And you're grinding some handrails.
Oh, dude. They take it
Tony
Hawk style. There you go.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. I'm on board.
I like it. That works too.
Devin.
Yes.
Devin. You know how they... Yeah, okay. Nintendo makes these awesome sports kind of spin-offs, right? You have your soccer strikers, you have basketball, all this cool stuff, right?
I like it.
What if Mario Skate with an 8, SK8, Mario Skate, and it's Tony Hawk, but it's Mario and Nintendo characters, and you gotta grind, you gotta flip, you gotta hit them half pipes. Yep. Oh, dude, I would love, because like skate games are kind of coming back, dude. Like people are getting pretty stoked about them. And I played the Tony Hawk remakes, super good. Yeah. Let's make a Mario skate game. How cool would that be?
Let's make it happen, Nintendo. That's free. That's free from us.
Yeah.
Just it's time for you to just land that plane, okay? We're bringing it in. It's time for you to land.
Super Mario Skate. Here it is. Yes, we need to put that out into the world. I want that game.
Yep. Just doing the secret.
Imagine Fat Mario just doing some freaking just like triple kick flip. He's just, oh man, that'd be so sick.
Dude, I'm down. I'm so down for it. Okay. All right. Well, that's the end of the show, everyone. Thank you for coming. No, the next one, Breath of the Wild 2, is going to be a holiday title for 2021. This is Zelda year. Although Mario's year ended fiscally in March. Breath of the Wild, the original, came out in March. Do you believe that it's going to hit the 2021 or is it going to hit the 2022? Where are you feeling on this one?
I want it to be 2021, but my gut is telling me next year, Dev. Like, I
Very
think with all this
much.
COVID stuff,
Yep.
I really think it got pushed, it got delayed. I want it this year. I want it now, but I think that they are going to play it safe and release the Skyward Sword
Hmm.
remake, whatever HD
Yep.
package, and then if anything, maybe we'll get this game in the spring.
Yes. And here's what I'm thinking, because the other rumor
Should go for it.
with this is Zelda HD Collection. Now think about this. You have we don't know where Zelda HD Collection is hanging out in this year. So you would have a Zelda HD Collection and Skyward Sword really close to each other. Would so
Hmm.
maybe Breath of the Wild 2 does break it off, and Zelda HD Collection ends out the fiscal year for March 2022.
Oh,
That's
maybe.
possible. Because then that make that okay. Now I'm convincing myself out of this.
Oh,
Now I'm
shoot.
getting out of this thing because why would you do two HD collections right next to each other? It just makes one game
Like
just
back to
really
back,
look
huh?
lame. Yeah. Because then you're like, well, you
That's a
couldn't put
good
Skyward
point.
Sword in with this, bro.
Well,
You know what
yeah,
I mean?
then you have people being like, well, dude, like, why wouldn't you just bundle all three? Because first of all, you're trying to charge $60 for this old game,
Yes.
and then you're giving me multiple others in a package. Just put them all together for the
Yeah,
same
just put
price.
them
So,
together.
yeah, I don't
Yeah.
think that they would put, and this is even if they do like the HD
If they do it.
collection,
Now,
which
yeah, that's true. If they do it. And which I think they will, it seems like a home run. It seems like an easy thing to
I think
do.
so too, but my gut again is telling me no, Devin. Like I
Yeah,
think
you're
what they'll
right.
do is they're gonna piecemeal this because they have it. It's all the work's done almost.
Yeah.
Or I mean, like
Yeah.
all the HD stuff. They obviously have to do Switch crap because
Yeah.
I'm a game developer. That's what
Yes.
you do, is Switch crap.
Yep. Switch that switch crap.
Yeah, but I mean, like they can just leave that in their pocket for like a drought, and be like, oh, okay,
Mm.
here it is, and boom, there's another $60. So I bet you that they hold on to it a little bit longer.
I
I
think you
don't
might.
want that.
Yeah, dude, you might be
But I
right.
mean, like, there's no reason, especially if they're launching Skyward Sword and potentially Breath of the Wild within 6 months of each other. There's no reason to release another Zelda package.
Yep, you're right, dude. Kick it out. Kick it out. That HD collection's not even chilling. It's not chilling.
I don't think it's happening
It's not
as
happening.
much as I want it to be.
Dude, you're totally right. It ain't happening. Oh, that sucks. But maybe we're not right. But
I
I
don't know.
do
Who
think you're
knows?
right. That does seem right. So to me, I don't think it's coming out this year. I do think we'll see it at E3. It will be a big deal. It will be like they'll blow the doors off of this thing. I think Nintendo
Oh,
wants
yeah.
it to be at 2021. I think they would love it. But we all know that Zelda has never ever hit a date in its life. And so it
It always gets delayed.
it will be delayed till March.
Yeah.
For
I
sure.
think you're right.
Sadly. Anyways, that's the rumor mill right now. That's everything going on. Dude, we have 1 month. So like, 2 shows basically.
That's
And you and
exciting.
I are going to be chilling, watching this thing
Yes.
live.
Mm.
Oh, it's going to be so good.
It's
Make
going to
sure
be
y'all
glorious.
join us then, because that's going to be great. Just two
Mhm.
nerds nerding it out over there. Trev, what you been playing, man? What you up to? What's
Dude,
on your radar?
Yeah, a couple different games. So first, just because again, still broken hand, still casted, still doing
Yep.
my thing. So I'm very limited in my gaming abilities right now. But I have an amazing modded Game Boy Color with this beautiful IPS screen, USB-C charging, all this good stuff. And I've decided, you know what? Now's the time because it's real simple button wise. I've been playing through The Legend of Zelda, The Legend of Zelda. Oracle of Seasons, so the Game Boy Color
Ooh,
game,
okay.
and I finished it. It is seriously, it's up
Is
there
it
with
good?
some of my favorite Zelda
Is
games,
it?
dude.
Nice.
It is so clever and is so like beautiful, like just the way that they present the art in that game. Even though it was real simple, it's a beautiful game, and it makes me want to go and play the what is it, the Oracle of or Sages of something. I don't know.
Yeah.
There's like a partner game with this,
Yeah.
and you can move your save, or there's a code at the end that you can move over and basically continue the story, but it's a little bit different. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look into it. But I loved this game. If anybody is on the fence or wants to try it out, it is on the game or on the 3DS. You can download it virtual console. Or you can pick up a cart like I did, and it is awesome. I really love this game, so highly recommended.
Cool.
And then the other thing I've been playing is the new Pokemon Snap.
Dude. Now, Trev, You are a
And I
snap.
modded it
You
where
are
it's a
snapper.
shotgun as opposed
Yeah. Do I know?
as opposed to a camera. It's real messed up.
It's a messy game.
That
It's
poor
so
Pikachu.
violent. Yeah. The things that happen to those poor Pokemon.
My kids are freaking out. They're like, Dad, why?
I can't do Resident Evil Village, so I have to do it this way. Okay.
All right. What questions you got for me, bro,
All right,
when it
dude.
comes to
Now,
new
now
Pokemon Snap?
you're a Pokemon knight. Did you love the original Snap? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
A hesitant yes.
Hesitant. Yes.
Yeah, I loved it. I thought it was cool, but it was short, and I felt like I felt incredibly repetitive to the point where I'm like, okay, this is fun. Every once in a while to pick up, play through. I want them to add more, and guess what? They did it. There's a lot more.
So this is an improvement upon the old. Yes.
Yes, 100%. And honestly, this is the most beautiful Pokemon has looked
Ever
in any game period,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
there's something about like going through this world, and I know it's on rails and it's very like the scope is pretty small, so they can do a lot with it, but there's these moments when like Well Lord comes out of the ocean and it's ginormous and it looks so cool.
Yeah.
And you know, you're rolling up next to a Bouffalant or whatever his name is, and you're like, what's up, dude? And they're just like, they're huge, and it is really cool. And there's something about all right, Pokemon, big thing is catching them all, right? Like
Yeah.
it's a very much a collecting, trying to get every single thing that you can, and this is no exception. Like you are taking pictures and you want to get a 1, 2, 3, and 4 star of each Pokemon, and the ranking goes up if they're doing certain actions and if there's other Pokemon in the shot. And you know, there's things that you can throw, fluff fruit, or these like glowing orbs to make them do different things, and it is just charming. Like it really is. It just puts a smile on your face.
That's awesome.
At being in that world, in a world where like no other Pokemon game does this, because I feel like you are never in the actual world. It's so video gamey, which I love Pokemon for that. But there's something about being in this like pretend jungle and seeing them interacting with each other, and this is how Pokemon would be if they were just like living for reals. And it just seems so cool, dude. Like I am in love with this game. There is a lot more to it, so like you can unlock, like the more photos you get on a certain path or a part of the world, you'll unlock like a level 2 and a level 3, and that means that there'll be different Pokemon, or there'll be the same Pokemon but with different actions and different things going on. And so there's a lot of variety even in the same levels, but there are a good amount of levels, and there's nighttime levels and daytime, and it's seriously like I was hoping that they would add a lot more, and they definitely did. Now there's moments it feels like a grind.
Yeah.
There's moments that I'm like, okay, I gotta go level up to level 3 or 2 or whatever it is.
Yeah.
So I gotta really figure out some shots, but it makes you be creative and try different things. And then you realize like, oh shoot, you could do that. That is neat. All right. Yeah. I got these 2 Pokemon to interact with each other, and it's just cool.
Dude, it seems and it is cool that they actually, it feels like you're in the environment, you know, instead of a flat plane where you see the Pokemon, you know, a boring space.
Or you just see grass wrestling and then you run into them, and
that seems cool.
It makes me wish and hope for the Pokemon Legends Arceus game
to do its thing.
I really am hoping that lands, because there is something about being like in this first person view. I want a third person. I want to be able to like move around 3D, just really see these Pokemon. And I really think that could be something next year with that Legends game. So I'm hoping it lives up to it. It won't look as good as this, obviously. We've seen some of the screenshots and stuff, but I am loving it, Dev. Like there's something so cool, and you can take the pictures, save them to your Switch, you can share them to your phone and post them on social or whatever. And dude, I have so many pictures of Pokemon. Like I probably more than my children at this point. It is crazy. That's and I'm like, I want to print these out. These are so cool. And they have this like well, and then there's photo editing modes. Like you can go back to your photos and tweak the shots a little bit, so it'll give you a little bit of like wiggle room where you can kind of move the camera a little bit. You can change the lighting, the coloring, the filters, and add stickers and a bunch of stuff. So those that just love dinking with photos and messing
yeah,
around with
we're
them, I
gonna
think
dig
could
it.
get a lot of joy out of it.
Yeah.
I personally am like, I'll mess with the color and stuff a little bit, but like I could totally see kids being like, oh, I'm gonna put little like top hats on all the Pokemon, and
Yeah.
I just think it's so cute. It's
That's
awesome.
cool. Is it worth the 60? Is it worth the full price?
Yeah, I
Okay.
would say so. There's enough game there. It's awesome. Um, yeah, I'm not even hesitating. Yes, I would
So
say $60
recommended.
is just fine. Yep.
Sweet. Well, that's good to hear. That's nice. For me, Trev, I am playing There Is No Game, which is a little indie title that came out just
Yes.
a couple weeks ago. I think it's been on PC for I don't know, quite a
It's
while,
been
I
on PC for
guess.
a little bit, I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure.
a couple years or so. Anyways, very adventure-y so far. I'm not like super far in, couple hours maybe. Reminds me of old school adventure games where you or clicking the screen trying to find things to interact with other things, and you're like, I hope this random item works with this other random item.
Does the
So
banana go here?
yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
Okay.
Yes, you're
Yeah.
just like putting it places. Yes, man, there's a lot of innuendos going on here. All I know
Oh
is
my
that
gosh.
we that it is a good game. I am enjoying it so far, and I think like it's like $12 or something like that. It's definitely worth it. Very fun kind of uh you're like the writing is very well done, like those old adventure games, especially like think Lucas Arts types adventure games. That's what it reminds me of
Cool.
so far. I don't again I do think I've heard that the game kind of switches into other genres. So far I'm kind of just thinking right now it's some Lucas Arts stuff, but I could be wrong. I could be totally wrong. I have no idea. So far really loving it. If you're into adventure games, into the old school type and puzzles and stuff like that, I think you'd really like this game. Definitely worth the buy. And yeah, so far
That's cool.
there's some rough puzzles, dude. There's some doozies. Some of these, the one I'm on right now, it's pretty. It's like a Sherlock Holmes thing, and I'm trying to
Ooh.
make a guy that's floating in midair have a full moon when there isn't a full moon, ice covered on him, and I don't know how I'm going to get the ice, and then a cherry on top, and I don't know where I'm getting the cherry. And this is how
Struggle's
random
real.
this game is. Yeah, the struggle is real, and I don't know how to create
Well,
those two things.
it
So
isn't the whole premise behind this game is like they're trying to convince you like, hey, there is no
there
game
isn't a
here. Like,
game.
what are you
Yes.
doing? Like nothing. Like, what are you doing? Why are you clicking? So what? There's nothing
Yes.
happening here.
So
And
it's
then like, but like the
very
story unfolds, right?
yeah. So it's very Portal-esque in that way, where it's like
See, that's cool.
like you're kind of discovering something you shouldn't. So it's kind of fun in that way, and I'm liking it. Like the story, there's something more to this. There's something going on here in the background, but it's also got there is a game in this no game, and it's a whole thing. It's really cool. I'm digging
Cool.
it. It's a great idea,
That's
great
awesome, dude.
premise, and I'm loving it, man. Let's get into some fan questions. X Dude asks, non-Nintendo question for you guys. What would you like to see from Xbox this E3? What would make it a
Hmm.
10 out of 10 for you? Xbox, what
Hmm.
what do you need from Xbox this year? They haven't had a single have they had a single game that's like exclusive yet for the Series
uh,
X? I don't think
I
so.
mean, like not like a big like, hey,
Not
this
a
is our
heavy
big
hitter.
first party
Yeah.
kind of.
Not something
Like I
from
think they've
them.
had that one like indie developer that made that shooter but I think it's actually coming to PlayStation here soon.
Yeah.
Um, okay, this is what I want.
Okay. Lay it out.
I mean, like, okay, we need to start seeing some of these games that they've been working on
Yes.
for a long time. Like, honestly, at this point,
is time.
my hope is very low because you know me, we grew up with a lot of Xbox in our lives, so I want
Mhm.
it. I want to see them succeed and do well. Um, but like they've been buying up all these studios, all this stuff. They've been talking about how there's these cool games coming, but we haven't seen it. And I'm ready. I'm ready for them to bring some exclusives and show them and make it this big bombastic thing. But that being said, 10 out of 10 would make it bringing Game Pass to Nintendo Switch
Oh,
for me.
that dude.
I know
Yes.
we've
Oh
talked
my
about it. We've
gosh. Yes.
rumored, we've heard things. I would love them to bring an app for that, bring it over, and then let you use your Switch to stream your Game Pass games. Because surprisingly enough, Devin, like I use Game Pass a ton,
Yeah.
like for streaming as well, for XCloud as well as just the games. Like it is crazy how awesome Game Pass is. Like I'm 100% sold. Like I will forever be subscribed to this thing. It is awesome.
Yeah. It's amazing. And dude, so I did a video on Weekly Recharge. Check that out. Just recently, well, not too, like 2 weeks ago, about Nintendo and Microsoft having this weird thing going on where Microsoft, like
Yeah,
on a studio set, there is a Nintendo Switch sitting in the
in
back.
multiple shots for
And
different videos.
yes, in different videos. But this one, it was really weird to me. Like Phil Spencer, I get because he was the gamer or whatever. But
Sure,
the one that's like a freaking in a studio, what?
that's
Why
true.
is it's so weird to have like your Xbox Series S, an Xbox Series X, and then a Switch? Like it just like is so it's like if Xbox did a video and PlayStation was just chilling on the shelf. Like it's
I
that
know.
it's just out of it's out of nowhere. It's so weird. Like I understand like they do have some games on the Switch, but even then, I would never put a competitor's like
Platform
system,
on
yeah,
there.
on my
Yeah.
on a studio in a studio setting. No way, no way. It's so weird, dude. It's so strange. So I don't. Something is going on with them, and that would make it a 10 out of 10. If that
Yeah,
happens, people will lose it, dude. They will lose
yes.
it. I don't know if it's a
I think that would be
Nintendo or a
so cool.
Microsoft announcement. Do you think who shows it?
Oh, I think
Who?
it has to be shown on the platform. I think it would be on Nintendo's to show it since it's on their console. They announced something like that.
Yeah.
So I think, it maybe this won't be Microsoft's announcement,
Oh,
but
Trev. Trev.
I
Trev.
don't know.
Can
What? Go
I
for it.
give you a little
What?
taste?
Oh,
Phil
give me a
Spencer's
taste.
on the stage, and then Miyamoto comes out
Oh,
of
snap.
the frickin' yep.
Out of his pocket, out of his shirt pocket.
Yep, Miyamoto comes out. Miyamoto
This is a
comes out.
borrower
Dude,
situation.
all I'm saying is if Miyamoto comes out into the vicinity of Phil Spencer, everyone will lose their mind. So I just feel like, and Xbox is usually the first to show.
Yeah,
I do think
that's true.
if that's the case, if that's how it happened, just like Ubisoft and all of a sudden
Oh,
Miyamoto came on and everyone was like,
yep.
hold on, what's going on? I think this could happen the same with Xbox, where Nintendo shows up, they get on the stage with Phil, and it's a happy old occasion. And PlayStation will crap their drawers and be like, "Oh, good, now we're really screwed." No, just kidding.
Right?
Sony
Well,
won't get screwed, but it will be a big deal.
no.
Yeah, it
But
will
yeah,
be a
that
big
would
deal.
be a big deal. And maybe, it would be cool to see, like, I mean, rumors out there are like games like Bravely Default, like that series is coming to Game Pass. Like there
Yeah,
are some rumors out there around that. And so maybe there's also maybe some Nintendo
back and
properties that
forth.
might
Yeah,
move over,
that would be
especially with
weird.
them playing nice, and
Yeah,
Microsoft has started to lend, games or put games on Nintendo platform. Maybe the vice versa will happen. Usually that's not the case for Nintendo. Like that's very
yeah,
rare for
yeah,
that
yeah,
to
yeah,
if it even ever happens.
yeah.
But it would be cool if, even if it's not like they're obviously Mario or whatever, but take some Nintendo franchises or specific games and move them over to Game Pass would be so cool.
Yeah. And dude, so I'd love Halo to be on the Switch. That'd be amazing. The other thing is
Yep.
Halo needs to be good. And it needs to
Yes.
be and the visuals need to blow you away. Like it needs to be like,
They
oh,
really do at this
they
point.
really did some amazing changes. Do I think it's going to happen? Uh, that's a lot of work to do in a year. to,
It is,
it's
but
a
I felt
lot.
like they have a really good foundation. Like I didn't hate what they
I didn't hate
presented
it either.
last year.
No. Yeah.
I was quite excited, but like I can see where people might have been disappointed because it didn't look like, wow, this next gen potential thing. But maybe, I don't know how game development works, but maybe they are able to spruce it up quite a bit and really make it shine.
Well, and I think a lot of
Polish
that,
that turd.
yeah, polish that turd. I think lighting and all those things would help. And
Sure.
I don't think that demo was truly representative. At least that's what they say of what the game was, even at
Hmm.
that stage. But so we'll see. But I think we need a really great demo, and I think a really good multiplayer demo as well would be
Yeah,
great to see of Halo. We need to see all of Halo. Like, it
we
needs to
do.
be a big deal. And and like you said, man, I would like to see. Let's see Bethesda. Where's
Yes.
Starfield? Like, let's see it. Let's see what you have been doing, because I'm so tired of Phil's, dude, we got 26 games and they're all exclusive and it's going to be sick. And guys, you heard that every year when you had your Xbox One, and tell me what game was so sick on your Xbox One. What game?
I mean, not
Halo
really much
5
besides like
Guardians?
Gears.
Gears was the only good game made by Xbox. That whole system life, dude. Yeah, you had Forza. I understand. Forza's a great series, but that's a racing game and it's just not, for me and for a lot of people. So you have Gears,
Yep.
and that was it for like 5 years or more, like 7.
Yeah.
That's a joke.
It's time.
That's a
It's time to
joke.
actually like put your money where your mouth is. They've talked about how it's going to be amazing, but it's just like, man, people are getting tired. Myself, I'm getting tired of waiting. Show me some games, man. Like, it sucks for those that are a fan of the Xbox platform to see all these other cool exclusives on Nintendo and all these cool exclusives on PlayStation, and
Yeah.
they're really not getting much on Xbox. So it's time. It's time.
Yeah, and I know Perfect Dark is early and Fable's early, but just show us something. Sony just shows it, even if it's years out. They just show it,
Yeah,
and that, yeah, maybe that's a little annoying, but it is nice to know that this really cool game looks cool. You know what I mean? Like, we already know Fable's coming. We already know Perfect
totally.
Dark's coming. Show us, what does it look like? What is your idea for Perfect Dark? None of us know what Perfect Dark is right now. Is it a shooter? Is it a third person stealth game, like, Sam Fisher style with whatever the frick, Splinter Cell? Like, what is that? And what is Fable now? What is Fable in a whole new world? Like, Fable, when it came
Oh yeah,
out,
totally.
was not in the Assassin's Creed era like it is now, where open world games are every game, right? Back then, open world games were not, there was very few, and now every game is an open world. Halo is an open world game. So tell me, what is
Exactly.
Fable going to do now? Like, show me your vision for these games, just like PlayStation shows you things way too early. I mean, we saw Final Fantasy VII how many years before? But people were still stoked to see Final Fantasy VII. And so I'm just like, I think we really you need to show some stuff off, because Sony still has a lot of exclusives, and they aren't afraid to show it early. So
Agreed.
that's what I like to see. And I hope, dude, I'm so tired of I love Phil, but I'm tired of the hype machine and not really getting much out of it. You give me 22 exclusives, but they're all average to good, and one great game.
I
So,
know.
anyways,
Let's do it.
lots of
Come on,
negativity
Xbox.
on this episode. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful. That's what I feel. All right, Trev, let's get into our final recommendations. This is where we give you, the audience, something to look forward to that is, in video games or otherwise, something awesome that we've experienced over the last couple of weeks. Trev, what is your final recommendation?
Yeah, dude. So mine is a piece of hardware.
Cool.
It's made by a company called Analog. So they
Okay.
make a lot of really cool systems that play old school games.
Sweet.
And not only do they play them, so there's a lot of systems out there like the Retron and things like that, that
Yeah.
basically you'll put a cart in them and they'll rip the ROM off the cart and then it'll emulate the game just like an
Yeah.
emulator.
Hmm.
This is a little bit different.
Really?
This is using a system called FPGA, where basically it mimics the same hardware, the original hardware. So this that I want to recommend is called the Super NT, for like
Okay.
Super Nintendo, basically.
Uh-huh.
And it's so cool because what it does is it actually runs it just like a regular Super Nintendo. So you have this like amazing compatibility. Also, it outputs to 1080p. So it
Oh,
outputs with HDMI to modern TVs. So I don't know if you've ever plugged an old Super Nintendo into like the back of a new TV with like a converter and stuff like that. It looks like trash.
yeah.
It is so fuzzy, it's laggy, it's weird. It doesn't look good.
Yeah.
This, no lag, zero lag. It feels
Really?
so good and everything looks amazing. And then there's a bunch of cool settings that you can go and change, filters and a bunch of different things if you want to, or just have your original look. And it is stunning, Devin. Like I am in love with this system.
Dude,
So
that's cool.
it is the Super NT by Analog. They make like a Sega Genesis version of this. That's really cool.
Uh,
They are even making this Game Boy that's coming out later this year, and
okay.
so they have some amazing products. They are so hard to get a hold of. They're super rare, so they do these pre-order things every once in a while. So you just got to pay attention to it. But
Yeah.
if you're looking to play some old games, that there's no better way, and I have been in love with this.
That's
So
awesome, dude.
I'm a enthusiastic retro game player, like
Yeah.
especially Super Nintendo. This is my one of my favorite systems ever.
Dude, that's well, it sounds awesome. Like being converted so nicely to like a 1080p and
Yeah,
all that stuff. That's
it
awesome,
just
man.
and yeah, without any kind of weird compatibility issues, it just runs so well. I'm so impressed. So
Cool.
it's been really cool. Couldn't
Dude,
recommend it enough if someone wants to go pick one of those bad boys up.
sweet, sweet. Analog Super NT. Beautiful.
Yeah. What
Uh
about you, buddy?
dude, so okay, I don't here's the thing with anime. I first off,
Okay.
parts of
Oh,
anime.
that's where we're
Yeah,
going.
we're going to anime. Okay. Parts of anime are really annoying. Okay. Some anime is really annoying. That's why I don't like anime. One reason. The other reason I don't like anime is because there is 100 seasons, and people are like, "Yeah, just get into Naruto or whatever the frick or some other thing," and you're like, "Okay, I'll go check it out." Oh, there's 500 episodes. There's 500 episodes, and there's another version of this that also has 500 episodes. Now you
Yeah.
just gotta just dive in. You'll be okay. It's all good. And so like, and that's a lot of anime. And so when I'm, so well, every time I go to anime, I'm like, I am super turned off. Like, I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to touch it. I'm good. So usually I stick, if I do anime, it's like with movies on occasion, very few. But this interested me, and it's Demon Slayer because I heard Demon Slayer was doing really well as a movie, and I was like, "What is Demon Slayer?
Okay.
Never heard of this before." And then I looked it up on Netflix, and I was like, "Oh, it's right here. It's not the movie; it's a TV show." So I was like, "Okay." And how much do I have to like put into this thing? And it's one season, and it's only like 25 episodes, and I can do this. And I tried, and it's really good. Demon
Is it
Slayer
really?
is really good. Yes. And listen, if you don't like anime, I think you'll enjoy this. I think you'll really like it. It's very it's horror. It's like horror-y. It's like scary a little bit, obviously with the demons. Very kind of it's gory, but it's like if Avatar. So Avatar: The Last Airbender, like it's like a kid traveling through different areas and dealing with different scenarios in these different areas basically. I guess it's like
Yeah.
Pokemon in that way too. Anyways, it reminds me of like that. It's like it's a kid's adventure. His family has died. He's with his demon sister who has been turned demon, and he's trying to make her not a demon, and they're having this adventure basically to make sure she's not a demon anymore. It's very easy to get into. Again, like 25 episodes. It's on Netflix. Everyone should check it out. um the action scenes are excellent, well like choreographed. The story is interesting, and the villains, and like I'm really digging it thus far. Like I'm nine episodes in, so I'm not all the way in, but as far as I'm in, I'm really enjoying it. There's not all those weird anime. There is some anime stuff to it, but it's not, too annoying. Dude, I'm loving it. I'm digging it very much. And I would recommend it highly to anyone that's uh, I don't know, anime adjacent, which is like any video gamer, right? Like
Anime adjacent.
anyone that's like, I'm near anime, but I'm not. I don't want to be a friend, or we don't want to get married or anything. We just hang out on
Gotcha.
occasion.
Closet anime.
Yeah,
Okay.
closet anime. You're near it, but you don't want to. You don't want to deal with the whole thing, all
No,
the
that sounds
baggage.
cool. That's and what did you say is it's on Netflix or
Yeah,
it's
yeah, just on
oh that's
Netflix,
rad. That's
Demon
cool.
Slayer, so everyone can check it out because everyone has Netflix. It's really, yeah, really easy to get into. Yeah, again, and dude, the art is amazing. It's really well done art. So, check it out. I
I
think
will
you would
watch
like
it.
it, dude. I think you'd really like it, and I think everyone else would
Okay.
too. So,
Awesome. I'm excited. Woo!
give it, yeah, dude. Always good to have a good binge worthy show. So, anyways,
Mhm.
let me know what you think if you try it out. Everyone, thanks for coming over, listening to us here on the Nintendo Show. Make sure you visit our website at nintendoshow.com. Follow us on Facebook. And you can, we're at the podcast service of your choice. We're on everything. So make sure you rate us on iTunes, leave us a review. Weekly Recharge is our YouTube channel. Go over there, flock over there, do your thing. We're creating some little short videos over there about all video games. You can also find the Nintendo Show on there as well. It's all nerd stuff, game culture, video, movie, all that stuff. So it's all there on Weekly Recharge as well. Until next time, we will see you later. Bye.